Okay, and we're back. So, this is Final Fantasy VI T Edition. It is a Japanese mod, and it is in partial English. Um, I have done translation work for it, as I've stated before in the past. This is my second run of the game, but I wanted to do it in English this time and also showcase it again, and just to talk about it, and like I said, just get a playthrough done in English this time. So, there's a lot changed with this game, and I mean a lot. So I'll be explaining as we go, but if anybody has any specific questions, by all means feel free to ask, and I will glad to just ramble about it. So yeah. Alright, let's get into it. So we're going to start a new game. This was just my test run for this. The emulator I am using for this is the one that the mod creator suggests using for this game because of the music files and everything else. Just gonna screen a bit, change that. Okay. So, just gonna do that. Alright. And we're gonna go right into it. So I'll explain the intro for Kill Trick, since it's gonna be in Japanese. So basically this is just going over how the war of 1,000 years ago took place, with magic being the main, like, vying point for it, I guess. And then it's about 1,000 years later, man has recreated, like, steam, fire, gunpowder, etc. Like, they've rediscovered it and started to, like, rebuild. And then that there are men out there that still want power, and that their power-hungry ways could lead them to destruction, so forth and so forth. And that, you know, are these men on, you know, like this, are their intentions and their power-hungry ways going to lead the world to destruction again? So basically, what's happening here is they're just discussing. Oh, I'm not pressing buttons, by the way. That's just the game. They're discussing that they found an Esper. Their intel tells them that an Esper, or this magical being, was found in the mines in this small mining town. And then they're talking about the girl here. Basically, that can they really trust her? Will this, like, mind control device work? She killed 50 of their best soldiers in 3 minutes, and he's like, yeah, don't worry about it, she'll follow orders. And then they're like, all right, let's move out. So I gotta get used to the controls again. Let's see. Oops. Right, circle, not X. Now, a cool thing about this is the set. Now we're gonna be able to hear the music in the game. So I'm just going to showcase one of the songs that did not play too well in an old emulator, but this emulator should be able to play it no problem. So let's see. Right, it was the Final Fantasy VII battle music, so where is it? All right, so yeah, definitely a much better sounding song. I just remember in the original version it was pretty awful. So, all right, let's get on with it. Also, I can show. Hang on, let's check out. So as you can see, it's kind of truncated translation, but for what it is, it works fine. Descriptions are not in English, but that's all right. I can read it, but it's not really important. Let's see. Spells are there. Yep. Okay. Well, let's do it. Now, the one downside to the English translation is treasure is all garbled, and so are the characters' names and dialogue. So anytime we get a treasure chest item, or even a drop from enemies, I can't read it because it's gonna be fucking it's gobbledygook. It doesn't make any fucking sense. I'm gonna have to check the inventory to see what it is. Like, I mean, right there, I mean, Gil is still Gil, so I can read that, but obviously items are all fucked up. What did the bars stand for? You mean next to the numbers? It's called the ATB system, or the attack time, or the active time battle. When the bar fills up, their turn is ready. You can execute a turn. Like it says, oh, that's their health. That's their health. See, as they get hit, it goes down. Yeah, that's their current health. Yeah, that does not say fire. I'm just letting you know. So spell names and everything are just jargon. Doesn't make any sense because of the translation. Oh, shit, I meant to hit no. Alright, first boss right here. So, they're giving you... For some reason, I never understood this fight because there's really nothing else in this game that's like this guy. But they warn you anyway, and they just tell you that this thing absorbs lightning in its shell, and do not attack the shell. Just attack the head. I completed pretty much the entire game. I mean, I haven't done the other modes, but they're not really worth doing again. It's just going to be invisible enemies and stuff like that. I don't feel like that's worth a playthrough. But like I said, once I get better at knifing, so probably after Final Fantasy VI, I'll do the knife only run. Yeah, her name is the question marks. You don't know her name yet. You will in a minute. And that's the first boss. And that's the magical beam that's encased in ice that they were looking for. That they came here to capture and take back to the Empire. So this thing just emitted some weird light that just banished Biggs and Wedge. And she's got, like, she's like in a trance right now with this thing. So this guy found her in the mines, and she's now conscious, like she's not being controlled anymore. And she's like, "What happened? My head hurts." Then he's explaining about the slave crown, that the Empire had control over her thoughts and her actions, and she has amnesia right now. And he's like, "Oh, don't worry about it. It'll come back to you in time." So then she remembers her name right here, and you get to name her. Her name is Tina. But in the English version, it's Tara, so we're just going to keep that. And he's like, wow, I haven't heard anybody recovering this quickly. And then the guards here know that he's like harboring her in their house, and they want her because, you know, she's pretty much a criminal. They want the woman that was piloting the Magitech armor, that machinery you just saw. But she's confused. She's like, Empire? Magitech armor? And then he's like, look, and he's telling her, like, look, he doesn't have time to explain. She needs to get out of here, so to follow him. And then he tells her to take the mines out through this way and to get out of town. We have a little dungeon to go through right now. 2 steps. I missed this encounter rate. But yeah, she's basically this girl that knows magic when no other human knows it. Oh, that didn't kill it. Shit. See, no idea what the fuck that says. So what is that? It's a Phoenix Down. Yeah. I'll tell you this much. That did not say Phoenix Down. So, you gotta keep, you gotta watch your inventory every time you pick up an item. Okay. So how are the graphics for you, Killtrick? What do you think? And then right here, they catch up to her. And then what happens right here is it's a flashback. This guy right here is Kefka. He's the one that it was controlling her. They're good for a 16-bit, yeah. So he pretty much was saying, you know, with this slave crown, I'll be able to control everything you do. And Kefka, as you'll slowly learn, is very demented. He's just like laughing, and then he's just like, destroy everything. So he pretty much pitted her against 50 soldiers by herself, and she annihilated them all in 3 minutes. And then that's the Emperor, and then you've got Leo and Celeste next to Kefka, his other lieutenants. Or generals, rather. He's pretty much saying, like, you know, with this magic revival, he'll control the world, and they're all like, yay, Emperor Gastel, yay. And then this is like the comedy bit. This one's pretty much he's pretty much asking him, like, you know, oh, how goes the you know, plundering, robbing, whatever. And this is Locke. He's a treasure hunter, quote unquote adventurer, but he's basically a thief. And the whole thing is people just constantly call him a thief, and he's always correcting them. He's like, that's a treasure hunter, blah blah blah. Bomberman and Mega Man, nice. Yeah, he's like treasure hunter. So like, yeah, there's a huge difference between. He's like, yeah, it's all the same thing. He's like, nah, there's a huge difference. And then he pretty much tells him, he's like, so why'd you call me here? And he goes, well, I need you to help a woman. And Locke is pretty much going, he goes, you don't mean that Magitech woman or whatever. And he's like, yeah. And he's like, the Empire is pursuing her, and if, you know, we don't rescue her, blah, 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 you know, she'll fall into the Empire's hands. She's an innocent. So Locke's like, all right, I understand. So... Oh look, Moogles. So Moogles are like a Final Fantasy mascot. You're grafting calculator in high school, playing games on the... Oh, yeah, the Texas Instruments calculators. I remember those. Yeah, these guys are the mascots next to the Chocobos, which are like horse birds, basically. So these Moogles come out of here, and they're like, oh, we're gonna help you. So Locke's like, all right. And then Mog here is pretty much just gonna like ask, do you want to... He's like, you have to protect Terra. Do you want an explanation? No, because I already know what to do. And it just tells you that you can swap teams by pressing Y. You've got 3 teams. I can't touch their equipment except for Mog's, because Mog's an actual party member later. But we're not gonna jack his... Actually, we are gonna jack his stuff. And we're going to fight a battle, so he learns one of his dances. Don't care about the third party, and we'll go to lock now. Let's see. Shield. Do any of the Final Fantasy games follow a single story, or are they all their own thing? They're all their own thing. The only times they're not their own thing, or they're connected, is by the sequels. Like, for example, Final Fantasy 13 will be like Final Fantasy 13-2, and then Lightning Returns is like is 13-3. So Locke's special ability is Steal. You can steal equipment or items from monsters. And since everything is jargled or jargon, I can't tell. I assume he got a potion. I don't see anything new. But I do know what it says when he fails to steal. So that hasn't changed. Okay, that's a success. That's a success. That might be potions. Yeah, it's potion. Because I was at 16 at the start of this, and I got 2 more. What makes it hard? Nothing really. This isn't a challenge mod, but there is challenges in this mod. That's a fail. That is a fail to steal. Like, what is the skill part of it? Well, you have to know the battles. There's gonna be battles, and you have to like know how to fight and what to do to protect yourself. You'll see. Like right now, this seems very easy, and it is because it's pretty much all you've got available to you is just fight. All you can really do is just attack right now. But this is like the introduction to the game, so it will get harder, I promise you. Especially some of the challenges he's put into this. That's a fail. Okay, we got something. Mithril knife. What do you mean, what do I get to choose in a fight? I don't understand the question. You mean like what abilities do I get later on? I see you attacked. You get to choose what attack, or yeah, you get to choose who you attack. Like you can see my little my finger cursor moving around on the enemies and who I'm picking. But when you hit fight, you just attack with your weapon. But characters get their own special abilities later. But like I said, for example, Locke here, he's a thief. His special ability is steal. So all he really gets to do is steal. It gets upgraded later with a relic that it changes steal to mug. So he'll attack and steal at the same time. Terra's ability is much later on that gets unlocked, but every character will get magic eventually. That's what that little empty slot's for, is magic. But Terra gets her own ability later. So she comes to and he's like, "Oh, are you okay?" And he goes, "Well, thanks." He goes, "You can thank the Moogles for the help too." And then she's like, "I don't remember anything." And he's like, "Oh shit, you have amnesia." And she explains, some guy told her that it'll return in time. And he's like, "Yeah, don't worry, I'll stay with you until then." And she's like, "What?" And he's like, "I promise I won't leave your side until like your memory's restored." Like Locke's got like this huge white knight complex. Like he's like a ladies' man. Damsel in distress, he's all over that shit. So now that we escaped Narsh, which is the town we're in, we need to we need to go to Figaro, which is to the south, and go check that out. Hey, what's up, Islud? Since we can't go back into town, we can only go here, and this is like the beginner school. So the beginner school like explains the game to you. Like all these guys will tell you about the inner workings of the game. That's a monster. Okay. This guy tells you that there's items in pots, and so forth and so forth. Like, all these guys explain everything. It's like a nice little, like, tutorial. But I don't need to talk to him, because I already know the game. But there's a new room here for the mod, and I'll show that in a minute. So what this mod does is, this is, if you play the original game, it doesn't extend past, like, this room. This right here is all new. Also, what did I get? An ether. Okay. So this is all new to the mod. And what this is basically this door is locked, but these two doors, this comes into play much, much, much later into the game. These two doors are the achievement rooms. Yeah, this is the achievement room. As you get achievements, statues appear on these tables, and you can talk to them to see what the achievement that you have unlocked is. And then this room is for like extreme achievements, such as playing the game for over 100 hours and so forth. And the books explain it on the table if you read them. But it's in Japanese, so I'm not, like, what I just told you is pretty much what the books say. And then in here, it's the collection room. So as you do things, you get, like, for example, that's the pendant that you start with. This is like the key item rooms. But he added these rooms to the game, just as like a thing. So it's kind of like you got like Xbox achievements now and everything. And then for disc 2, there is a disc 2. It's just like a boss rush. These paintings each represent a Final Fantasy, and what it means is basically there's 2 bosses, I think, or is it just 1 boss? It's one boss or 2 bosses on the disc. They're super bosses. They're meant for like end of game challenges. Once you clear them and you come back to disc 1, the portraits are updated. You'll actually see things there. And then for some reason he made Final Fantasy XI's room all itself. The music should be playing in here, by the way, but it's not going to change until we leave Narsh. So you're just hearing Narsh music forever. How do you know something like that? Or how do you do something like that? Well, you mean Disc 2 for a Super Nintendo game? So what you have to do for Disc 2 is you have to change your save data file name to the name of Disc 2's data, and then you load up the game, and then you load up the data off that. But the thing is, you have to save your game in a very specific spot in this mod for it to work. What do you mean add levels? Or rooms. Oh, how you do it? He used a editing program, I'd imagine, or he straight coded it in hex. They're not sure. That's part of the... I mean, some of the mods for Final Fantasy VI in English do add some new areas a little bit, but the amount of stuff he's added, as you can see, is staggering. They don't know how he did it. But this is for the auction house items later on, this room. And then these pillars here are for the ultimate weapons way late into the game. So this is just like a trophy room. And then this middle door is the developer's room with how you get to Disc 2 and some other content and some really cool shit behind there. But that comes late in the game. So, also you can start New Game Plus through this guy, but I don't think he's got it right now. Yeah. No, nothing yet. I think it's World of Ruin when it opens up. Maybe he worked on it back in the day. No, he did not. He didn't work for Squaresoft. Some people just know how to code and make games, dude. The Japanese modding scene is pretty insane. And Final Fantasy VI is not even one of their more popular games. They're really into modding the Romancing Saga series, which this game has that for the music. Where is it? Stereo. So he put in a music player, as you see I'm going through. This isn't in the normal game. These are all the songs he's crammed into this game now that are going to play throughout the mod. So all these, RS means Romancing Saga, so all of these songs. Whoops. You've even got, I don't know what SF is. Oh, I think, wait, Saga Frontier. I don't know what MS is. I don't know what US is. This is Xenogears. That's Legend of Mana. LAL is, I believe that's what Lufia's Japanese name is. And you've got Chrono Trigger. I think Rudra's Treasure. I think that's one of them. And then S2. I forget what that is. That might be Lufia. Or what LAL is. I don't remember. So, you've got some really good tracks on here. But like I said, the music on this emulator that I'm playing on sounds fantastic. So, I'll play one song. Somebody pick a song from a Final Fantasy that they want to hear. Because he's probably got it in here. I'll play it. Otherwise, no suggestions. I'll just pick one. You guys can listen to. But the thing is, he did all these songs himself. He recoded them and converted them, and then added sound waves to the game to get them to sound better. So on top of modding, he also worked on music. The guy is ridiculous. Genova, you got it. Yeah, it's a pretty good conversion, I agree. Oops. Oh, I know. Yeah, right, dude? It's crazy. This guy's like a genius, like what he did. The Final Fantasy XI music's even better. Listen to some of this shit. Yeah, I remember that too. I remember the music was really bad. I mean, like I said, this emulator plays the music flawlessly. It's crazy. When you play this on any other emulator, it doesn't sound this good. So that's what I wanted to show it off. Final Fantasy Tactics? Yeah, he's got a couple. Let's see. We'll have to get the kids to bed and work tomorrow, so see you tomorrow. Alright, man, no problem. Thanks for hanging out again tonight. Alright, let's see. Tactics? Yes, we do. We got some tactics. Which one do you want to hear, Islude? He's got two sound. He's got two. He's got tutorial or anti-pyretic, and then he's got tactics advance. That's it. I'm surprised he didn't do battle on the bridge. That would have been an epic one to cover. Anti-pyretic. All right. Well, God, I'm sorry. I'm so used to hitting X as confirm because I've been playing Resident Evil. Yeah, he's got the Final Fantasy V version on here of it. I'll pop that on while I go down. Yeah. There you go. This song on SNES 9X is just nails on a chalkboard. It's pretty bad. But this sounds perfect on this simulator. Alright. Alright, one last song. Let's see. Sounds pretty good, doesn't it, man? Yeah. He puts those songs throughout the whole game, but at the start of the mod, it's just normal music. We'll see if I get destroyed as badly as you were getting on your playthrough. But I'm not keeping battle speed at 1. Because when I was watching you, I was like, how the fuck is he getting murdered? Like, every fight was like a train wreck. I can tell that says potion despite it doesn't say potion, but I'm recognizing that I keep getting potions. These things also have some HP to them. Oh, I already stole from them. They had nothing. Fuck. Oh, she learned Poisana. Good shit. Alright, now the music finally change. The thing I noticed you did is was you bought a crossbow, which he always comes with a crossbow. I know you probably didn't know that, but yeah. Once you talk to Edgar, he gives you a crossbow. So, you don't ever have to buy one. Yeah, I was like, oh, there goes 1800 gil. Get fucked. Everything's pretty expensive too, so I'm not going to buy... Well, we're going to buy a handful of antidotes, but that's about it. But Phoenix Downs are a little pricey. Oh, never mind. When I do sort, it just sorts everything. Okay. He changed it. I love the royal blue on Edgar now. It just looks... he looks so much better. It goes really well with, like, the sand and everything. And then Sabin gets his old outfit for that one costume later on in the game. So that is gonna sort it, right? Oh, it didn't. Okay. Wait, what? Oh, it sorts the items for some reason, but not the weapons. Okay, whatever. I don't... I like Sabin's costume change here, but he looks beefier. Like, holy shit. He looks fat to me. He doesn't look beefy, he just looks fat right there. Too much beefcake. Yeah, he looks like he's got some beefcake going on. Some sonic booms, yeah. Sonic boom. Where am I going? Foo. Fucking Kefka. Japanese sound effects. Move! Get out the way. Alright, I think Edgar comes with a... Yup, so he gave Edgar a spear now, which is a smart move, because he knows everyone jacked Mog shit, so you don't really have to jack it, but we're thieves. Also, Edgar's gonna go in the back row. I wish I could find the mod for this game that rewrites all the dialogue for this game to be lewd and crude as hell. Yeah, dialogue rewrites aren't going to work for this game because of, number one, how big this game is now, and number two, because of all the new dialogue entries, it'll just fuck up or not even work. So, good luck. In that scene, Kefka says his helmet is dirty and the... Yeah, that's... Ugh, dude. Yeah, I don't need to be picturing Kefka getting his knob polished. Come on. And Kefka was like, "Idiot's not that helmet." Awkward silence. Felt good though. Yeah. Bet it did feel good. Fucking Kefka. So yeah, as I said, the dialogue that you're seeing right here, I can read that, because it hasn't changed. But the character names, for example, that you're seeing, yeah, they're not, it doesn't say Terra, it's just jargon. Because when he translated the names, I don't know what he did, but names of items and everything, they're just jargon now. So when I open a treasure chest, I can't even begin to tell you what the fuck I found. Oh god, the character introductions. I can't imagine what Terra's is. Also, who sets a castle on fire, honestly? How do you set stone on fire? Did they, like, literally, like, throw kerosene all over the place? Not to mention, you know, they're surrounded by fucking sand. They could easily put this out. Or, I don't know, Kefka is aware that he can submerge the castle, probably. Yeah, that just sounds like bad taste humor. That's not something I would want to play, man. That just sounds terrible. Like, I feel like Awful Fantasy at that point would be a better choice, you know? Oh, and as you can see here, he changed the scenery. It's now nighttime instead of daytime. You will never use this character. Yeah, it's pretty true. I never used Cyan because he was so fucking bad in the original. Oh, we're all reversed. Shit, this is a back row fight. What did the rewrite do? Dude, Gino's like one of the best characters in that game. That was Maho. M-A-H-A-O. Maho. Or I'm sorry, H-O-U. Ugh. I cannot Japanese today. M-A-H-O-U. Maho. He's like, Maho. Oh no. At least they were right about Mallow, though. I usually used... When I played that game, I played Mario, Peach, and Bowser. Because healing for Peach, Bowser was a beast, and then Mario you can never swap out, I don't think. I'm probably like in the minority. I wasn't a huge fan of Mario RPG. It was a good game, but I wasn't like the game I'm like, oh my god, I gotta play this 30 billion times. Nah. It's an okay game to me. I never understood that part right there, where they start, it looks like they're laughing. I thought they were laughing because she was like, oh, thank you, and then they're like, ah, ha, ha. No, they're swooning. They're like, they're fawning over her because she winked at them. I never fucking got that until I played Record Keeper, because Record Keeper started having them blush with hearts and everything, and I'm like, oh, it makes sense now. Oh, good, she's dead. Had a contest for 7 on PC where people had to mod the Gold Saucer date scene with whatever characters they wanted to rewrite the dialogue. I remember the Gold Saucer scene, you could actually date anybody. Like, you could get Barrett, Sid. Pretty funny. Depending on, like, how badly you fucked up with, It went in order of Aerith, Tifa, and then Yuffie. So if you fucked up royally with Aerith, it would then go to Tifa. And then if you fucked up so badly with Tifa's affinity, it would go to Yuffie. And then if you fucked up with her, it would go to Barrett. And then I think if you fucked up with him, it goes on to Sid. I've mostly just seen people do Aerith and Tifa. I don't think I've ever seen Barrett or Yuffie or even Sid. Then again, I didn't care for any, like, I didn't care for any of the girls in 7. I mean, Tifa was good because Tifa genuinely cared for Cloud, whereas I felt Aerith was just a fucking harlot that was using him. I think he made it where the items don't get upgraded anymore here, but yeah, I think he changed that. Can't remember. Cool, another back attack. My favorites. All I'm getting is potions, like left and right. That's all I'm getting from stealing. I'm guessing that's a tent that I got. Ooh. Very nice. One thing that always bugged me with 7 is magazines like GamePro said to use stuff like Knights of the Round with Quadra Materia. Some people on the internet will also say that, but I'm pretty sure I remember that not working. You got me, dude, because I don't know a lot about 7's systems. I haven't even played 7 in I don't know how long. So I couldn't tell you. 7 was not one of my favorite Final Fantasies. Not sure what I just got. Probably like Ether maybe or something. If I don't see anything new, I generally don't. Yeah, I haven't touched 7 since like high school. It's not one of my favorite Final Fantasies at all. It's not a bad game, it's just not one of those games I love to play over and over again. Like I do with 6. See how Bio Blaster doesn't. Buyer Blaster, Jesus Christ. For me, pretty much the original Tactics is the one I keep going back to. Yeah, I can't stand War of the Lions. I mean, I love the Dark Knight edition and Onion Knight, but I'm a little whatever about it. Did you ever try Tactics 1.3? I want to see you try that because it's a fucking hard game. I want to see how badly your balls get busted with that. And I'm not exaggerating when I say it's difficult. You better know that game inside and out. Yeah, definitely. It's been updated. It hasn't been updated in years now, but you can definitely get the latest version still. The mod creator kind of had like a fucking meltdown and rage quit the internet. Yeah, Battle on the Bridge now is like a bunch of Dragoons. It's pretty brutal. Gafgarian's an actual threat. It doesn't get really bad till Chapter 4. When you get to Fineth River, I think it is. It's like 12 fucking chocobos now, and you have 4 guys. Have fun. Have fun. He was doing fine until it was just a single night and Gafgarian left. Yeah, when I played it, I killed Gafgarian immediately. He was too fucking dangerous. He would do everything he could to make sure Gafgarian would not die, while also covering his own ass. Yeah, and then the other problem is you've got Ovelia, who's just suicidal as hell. So, that doesn't help either. If you want another mod though, Islude, that's actually challenging, but not like hardcore insane. Monster Tactics is a really good one. It's probably the best made Final Fantasy Tactics mod I've played. The girl that made it is on the Discord that I'm in. She's very talented, and a lot of the stuff that she did in that, she had to teach herself how to do. But it's a good fucking mod. Alright, how's my gil? Alright, almost about 5k, not bad. Because we're going to need to do a lot of heavy shopping in Figaro. Potion, potion, potion. Potions for days. Right, let's go get some new equipment before we start grinding maybe a little bit. Plus, let's loot this place blind, shall we? Go get some sprint shoes, or Hermes sandals actually is what they are, not sprint shoes. What am I thinking? I'm thinking of Brave New Worlds naming them. They're Hermes sandals. Also, I think there's fuck. Oh my god, lock. Don't die. Oh, he's dead. Oh, hyper. We got headgear. Something. Hyper wrist, headgear. Oh, you know, it might have been a drop from a monster. She can wear it, so we'll give it to her. I'm not going to revive him because Phoenix Downs are too expensive right now, so he's shit out of luck. A chain whip. It's for her, because that works from the back row. Wasn't there a... No, there was only 2 items down here. So he changed it. It's not Hermes sandals anymore, is it? It is a hyper wrist. That's okay, though. Attack 50% up. Okay. Oh wait, or no, it's strength. Or no, was that attack? No, that said Ka. I know that's attack. Oh, he doesn't have the fuck. I don't remember. Well, I'm gonna give that to Locke when I revive him because Edgar's not gonna be using it. I don't remember if Hyper Wrist only applies to fight or if it applies to overall strength. And because the status screen is updated, it could just be strength plus. Actually, I can just, hang on, let's test it. 39. Oh, wait. Yeah, it is 50, it is strength 50%. Okay. It's not attack. Alright, so... Yeah, we're gonna give that to Locke, because he'll be fighting. Edgar's gonna pretty much be using a Bio Blaster. Actually, no, Locke's gonna pretty much be stealing. Let's just give it to Edgar. I'm changing my mind. Alright, let's do some shopping. Let's see. Nope. So, large shield is better, so we'll get 2 of those. We will get 1 plume. Cotton robe is worse, but I'm gonna still buy it. I want to see. 2 of you. So the sword is better, but I think the chain whip overall, so we'll just buy one and check it out. And that is it. Alright. Oh, actually, we gotta go revive him, so let's go sleep at Savin's cabin real fast. Alright, they put that fucker right there now, so you can't glitch your way out of town. Because that was an issue, and I don't think you can... Yeah, there's a thing here now, too. They put that there because in the original game, you could warp out... You could glitch yourself out of town and skip getting Celeste in Locke's scenario. Let's see if auto crossbow is affected by the strength boost, or if it's got a different formula. It looks like it's not affected by strength. Okay, then we're just gonna give it to Locke, because it's not really helping Edgar. So the next purchase is going to be some relics, or accessories as they're called. Oh, I got a jewel ring. Where the hell did I get a jewel ring from? Oh, I must have gotten it as a drop. Ah. Well, that protects from petrify. Good shit. And it halves thunder. Ooh. Nice. Alright, well. We'll give that to him, and we're going to give that to her for some more defense. Why not? Good stuff. I got a nice drop. So I do not... Yeah, because I didn't see it after looting, and I definitely know you don't get, you don't get that shit from the treasure boxes around town. Alright, let's take a look. So everything here is worse for him. Large shield is an upgrade. Kenpoki is better. So the mithril sword is worse, but she gets more attack power from it, but otherwise her other stats drop, so we're not going to go for that. The headgear is better for her too. Cotton robe, she'll get, wow, so for 2 points of defense, she'll gain 7 magic defense, so we're going to go with that. That's definitely a better improvement for her. Especially since she's in the back row. Okay, Goblin Punch fucking hurts. Also, just to test it, he was doing about, what, low 80s, mid 80s per hit with that. So let's see what he does now, because he doesn't have the Hyper Wrist on. Yeah, it wasn't helping him at all. Dude, Goblin Punch, come on. Good lord, that's fucking, oh my god. Goblin Punch is fucking me up. That was brutal. Alright, let's go buy some accessories and see how much we're going to have to actually farm up for everything we want to buy. We bought all our expenses otherwise, but we might want to get a couple items. Alright, Silver Specs, Star Pendant, Knight's Code. Knight's Code is really expensive. Star Pendants, we're going to probably want. That blocks poison. Yeah. Blind. Cover, and then in a pinch, you get Protect. That's well, I suppose we'll buy one. And I'm just a little short to buy a couple of those. But we're going to definitely buy a Star Pendant. We're going to give the Knight's Code to Edgar. And then we're going to give her the Star Pendant. Then I think we'll grind up and we'll get a blind. We'll get Silver Specs for lock, and then we'll call it good. So like a couple fights. God, fuck Goblin Punch. That's enough money, but I need some cash for some potions. I have to get some of that. Plus, a couple levels wouldn't hurt because getting rocked. Couldn't steal. Petrified. Oh, thank God that missed. Oh, Terra. Wow. So yeah, Bioblaster's the way to go. Alright. We'll see what the shop's got for us. I don't want to grind forever. Oops, wrong one. Alright, let's go say hi to Shadow. So we'll head up the item shop and then we'll get the hell out of Dodge. Nothing really to buy. We are going to want some antidotes. Actually, she knows antidote. 7 should be enough. Gold needle. Jesus, needle. We got 3 of those. Eye drops. We'll buy a handful more of those. Not too concerned about that. 4 Phoenix Downs. We'll buy 1 more. Good enough. Still a little... Oh, I think, like I said, I think we'll be alright. I think we'll be okay. Alright, let's head up the mountain. Oh boy, I'm tired. Alright, let's go rest up, actually. We can at least go into Mount Colts at a full health. Sit up for a bit. Whoa! Whoopsies. Did not mean to turn turbo mode on there. Which, that reminds me, I should probably do a save. So let's do a save. There we go. Just to get a save state, because you never know when the game's going to crash on you. And this game sometimes does crash. I've found a few reports of things happening with it. So, and coming up in Locke's scenario, we're going to have one happen, unless this emulator fixes it, but you never know, so we'll have to see. If I can showcase it, I'll showcase it. Potions for days. By the way, you might be wondering why poison is doing like fuck all damage. It actually does. It's like based on the health, and it does less, or it builds it up. Or I think it is what it is. It's like regen. He changed it to where it does more based on your maximum health, and then as it gets lower and lower, it deals less and less and less. So. I didn't even see if I succeeded the steal, so I'm just going to steal from the other one. That's why, if you noticed on the one goblin, poison did 0, because his health was so low it wasn't going to work. Right, I stole from him. Succeeded. I need to actually update my stream information, but I'll do that later. It's just the scrolling text for this. It's gonna say, actually I can fix it right now. I should probably just do that. 1 second, let me just fix the stream text. Let's see. Gotta just change the next game, which is gonna be my knife run back in Resident Evil HD. And I don't know if that's gonna break the scroll text bar, so let me check that. Yeah, it broke it. Fix that. It always seems to break the text chat bar. I don't understand why it does that, despite I have it edited. You're going to notice that it's kind of wonky for 2 seconds, but I just fixed it, so we're good. Alright, there we go. And we're back in business. Also, what did I just get? That should have been like the air knife, I think. Main gouge, okay. Much better dagger. Much, much better. That's new. What is that? Can't tell what that was. Sometimes when you steal, if it's a new item, I believe, or if it is past a certain... If you have X amount of items in the inventory and you get something new and you steal in battle, it won't show up until after battle, so that sometimes can happen. So if I don't see anything immediately, which looks like it wasn't, it must have been an item that we just stole. Probably like a high potion, I would imagine. He probably, for like a lot of early enemies, probably just did like something stupid like... Because he added 4 steals instead of 2 now. So I'd imagine it'd be like potion, potion, high potion, and then like a super rare drop, which is like a 4% drop rate. Which is probably where I got that jewel ring from, was probably the 4% drop rate, maybe from goblins or something. Sadly, that's the one thing he didn't include in his documents, is the steals and the drop rates. He did list what the steal and drop rate percentages are for all 4 items. I think it's something stupid like, it's like 4%, 8%, 16%, and then that would be 28, and then it would be like 72 is the common, something like that. I just know like the highest or the lowest steal is 4%. Pretty rough. But the items are pretty good if you can get them. I just wish I knew like what everything was, you know? Also, fuck cockatrices. Just want to put that out there. Able to steal. Two fails in a row. He's gonna petrify someone, I can feel it. There it is. Oh, thank God it missed. Three steals in a row failed unlock. Holy shit. That's a 4th steal. I'm wondering if cockatrices don't have common steals, they only have rare steals. That'd be interesting, though. Maybe I stole a jewel ring. Actually, that makes more sense to steal a jewel ring from a cockatrice, because the jewel ring protects against petrify. Ah, that's probably what I did, is I stole a jewel ring. Good shit. Wonder how much those go for, though. You could essentially sit there and farm them. But then again, if the drop rate or the steal rate's like 16 to 4%, it's probably not going to be as lucrative as just spamming battles. No idea what I got. Oh, we got a mithril claw from something. Let's see. Like I said, dialogue's all janked. I can't tell you what I'm stealing or what I'm getting from chests, because since he translated everything, it's all just in jargon in the actual text box now. Yeah, I just got something else. You know what? It could be. I could be stealing gold needles for all the fuck I know. That's probably what it is. I would imagine that would make sense if he had gold needles and a jewel ring to steal. That actually is pretty cool. And it makes sense. Oh man, I'm tired. Did not get a whole lot of sleep last night. So I'll be crashing pretty hard after stream. Wait a minute. What the hell did I get for the... oh, I never... Oh my god, I'm a fucking idiot. I never got the item from that room, did I? I wasn't paying fucking attention. I think I even went through the area, probably stopped, and then got distracted and turned around. I'm a fucking idiot. I can't believe I just did that. Alright, we're gonna backtrack now to that room. Good game. Potion, potion, potion. It's not too far of a backtrack, but I can't believe I did that. I even went through this area, and I probably beat the fight, got distracted, and turned right the fuck around like an asshole. Yo, what's going on here? Boy. Also, fuck slow. Now, I know for a fact these things don't have anything to steal, but let me just double confirm. Because my memory's telling me these slugs, yeah, they don't have anything. Slugs don't have anything to steal. Actually, a Knight's Code would have been pretty good for Terra. She gets knocked down into double or single digits, basically. She can get Protect out of it. This should be Gigas Glove. Alright. And you learn Protect at a 1% rate. Fantastic. Alright. Let's give it to... Well, we'll just give it to Edgar. That's fine. I wonder if we can get spell points right now. I don't think we can get them till later. Well, find out after this fight. And I missed, Steel. I think it said it missed. Thought I saw the Hiragana for it. That one succeeded. We are getting magic points. I didn't even pay attention to the end of the battle to see what it said, but I'm guessing we got 1 magic point. I'll pay attention for this one. Yeah, that one didn't give us anything. Wait, it did? What? I didn't see it saying magic points, though. Huh. Well, I guess it must just be invisible. Interesting. Yeah, I definitely... It just said Gil and... It said experience and Gil. It didn't say magic points. I'll double check and confirm it, but I'm very positive I didn't see magic. Wow, 2 criticals in a row. Potions for days. How many potions I've stolen? Holy shit. Also, how many gold needles do I have? Yeah, I am stealing gold needles. We'll do 11 now. That's what I thought. See, I actually prefer to play this in Japanese instead of... Oh, there's the monks. Because I can at least read what I'm stealing, and the names aren't jacked up. So it's not as bad. But, I'm playing it in English because I want to showcase it in English, and I just want to showcase the game again to people and introduce them to it, so that's why I'm doing it in English. Otherwise, I'd probably be playing in Japanese, to be completely honest. This end, because the Japanese version's on 2.9, this is on 2.7, there's really no difference, to be honest. There's a couple bug fixes, but otherwise, nothing too significant. Like, no new content or anything like that. Interestingly, I remember... I had tried to make my own patch of this, and then patch it on the 2.9, it wasn't working. Everything oh my god, Lock, steal, for fuck's sake! Keeps failing. There we go. They must have rare steals, or uncommon steals only. Because Sushi changed the formula for steal. It's I think it's higher, or it's based off level, or so forth and so forth. So, it's definitely better. So what do we get? Headgear, ×2. Very nice. Is that better? It is. So I give up 1 speed, but I get way more defense, and etc. Now, can Edgar wear it? No. Okay. Still, pretty nice. Also, I should have probably been using potions, not cure on her, because now she's out of MP almost. birds are not weak. And petrified. I was gonna say, these birds are not fucking weak to fire, apparently. Well, the good thing is I got that jewel ring. At least she can never be petrified. That's good. That is good. In case all three, like, if all three of them chose to do petrifying beak or whatever it's called, I would have been fucked if I didn't have that on, unless they just whiff. We can actually rest here, and we're gonna pop a tent so she gets her MP back. Alright, yeah, we're gonna do a tent because ethers I think are much more expensive. Protect. Yeah, so that's gonna take a while to grind up. Pretty much go to the Velt and grind up there. Which, by the way, he made Gaw fucking awesome. You no longer need to have him leap on the Velt or anything. If he's in the party, if he's in the battle, and the battle is ended or you run away from it, guess what? You learn the rage. It's fucking awesome. So that means he took away also, he took away leap and gave him fight instead, which is way better. Also, that looked like a new, different item. What did I just steal? Not sure. Find out after this. That might have been the jewel ring. Might have been the jewel ring. Maybe not. That thing's about to die. If poison's doing 0, he's got no health left. Yeah. Nope. No jewel ring, so I must have just stole, I don't know, maybe a high potion or something. When I was watching Islu do this, Vargas just absolutely floored him. Nearly floored him twice. So we'll see how my luck goes on the rematch with him. When I was watching him do it, I was like, I do not remember World of Balance being this difficult. I go, what did he do? Then I'm like, curious, what's your battle speed? Fucking 1. I'm like, no fucking wonder you're getting murdered. That would explain a lot. No wonder. Anything new? Nope. Nada. God damn it. Fuck, you had one job, dude. One job. That job was to not get petrified, but that's alright. Alright, here we go with Vargas. How this fight goes. Everyone beat up on Terra Day. If he does his blitz again, we're dead. Or Altera's at least. And he's got nothing to steal. And Terra's dead. That's fine. Barely alive! Never mind. God damn, I am glad I gave her that magic defense. Alright, let's fuck his Christmas up. Exploding Fist. And dead. He actually gives money now. I didn't think he gave money in the original. Alright, now we got Mr. Suplex himself. Holy shit, his HP. Good lord. Alright, well, let's immediately upgrade him. And let's take that. Oh, I need to check what blitzes he knows. Wonder if he's got Aura Cannon. I forgot to check Sabin's, what do you call it? Blitzes. Well, we'll see in a second if he knows Aura Cannon. That is not Aura Cannon. Well, that's not the name for it, I think. Looking for a name for it. Based on how the names got changed. Actually, did he name it? He didn't name it. Why was the name wrong? Oh, we know it's Suplex too. XY. Yeah, it's jargon. Which is weird because they're not named. There's no he didn't name them in English, and they're not in the menu, so that's odd. Very odd. Well, at least I can suplex some trains. Apparently you can't suplex a goblin now. Sadly. Now, we're about to lose Locke, so we're gonna jack him with everything he's got. Oh man, I might call it an early stream tonight. I am too tired. Probably go for another 20 minutes or just get through this section here and call it a night. I'm way too exhausted. Just maybe do an extra hour tomorrow to make up for it. I was trying to not lay down so I could probably not like start dozing my eyes off, but oh boy. Plus, it'd be nice to grind a little bit off camera, get Bannon up to snuff. Wasn't so pretty much prone to getting one-hit KO'd. We definitely want to unequip Locke here, because I don't believe this mod unequips your characters. Where they leave party and so forth, so... Alright, we don't need that many tents. We're okay on Phoenix Downs. Definitely don't need potions. Everything else we're okay on. Problem is, when we go fight Ultros, whatever I have on Sabin is gonna go with Sabin, Edgar, but that's okay. It's just relic stuff. So Night Code, yeah, that stuff will go. But we definitely want to take those with Salmon. I also need to also, this is new. Kairu. Yeah, so they're talking about how Frog... It's small enough that a frog could fit through, so we have to actually come back here later as frogs. Definitely check that out. I will say before I tell him my answer, because I think you get the Genji glove still, and we definitely want that Genji glove. We're gonna tell him no 3 times. First, we're gonna go looting. I'll check the items after, since I can't read them because all the items are jargon. We got an air knife, beautiful, white cape. Got another knight's coat, I think. This is so good because it says pinch, get protect, which is nice, and then it also, wait, what? I thought it taught protect. Am I drunk? What teaches protect? Oh wait, was it the armlet? Might have been one of the armlets. Not this talk. Protect, that's weird that it doesn't. Okay, well, whatever. So white cape, what's the stats on that? It just blocks fraud. Okay. It's better, so we're gonna give that to her over the star pendant. I'll give her a knight's code. That would drop her magic defense a lot, but she'd gain more constitution. But I don't want her defending somebody else's low because she's not really a tank. Save. Did we already get it? We're seeing. Time to find out if we get the Genshin glove. Ooh, did. For some reason, you can read that, so it's gotta be, you know what? That's gotta be a scripted thing. That's why the item name wasn't, jargoned. Stuff. 2 swords. Minus 10 magic evade, but fuck that. Alright, so we're gonna give that to Sabin. Definitely worth giving him that. Alright, you know what? We need to turn that off. Where's I think that'll work. Let's see what happens. Oh. Okay, so that just okay. I wish you could I was gonna say something was wrong with that. So we need to go grind a little bit for him. But I think I'm gonna call it a stream here because I'm exhausted and I'm gonna go crash out. So I'll probably do like an extra hour tomorrow or something. We'll see. This way I can grind off camera a little bit, and I can also get prepared a little. We'll see how it goes. So. Alright guys, that'll do it for me tonight. Sorry to cut it short, but like I said, I'm kind of tired. I got a lot of sleep last night. So, I will be back tomorrow streaming more T Edition, showing the mod off. So, have a good night, take care, and I will see everybody tomorrow. Thank you again, have a good one.